Hello, KRISTIE. So thank you for your question. And if I was to generalize it, it's a specific question, but if I was to generalize it, um, basically trying to figure out what you want or decide which move to make. Well, here, let's read it. Let's read it again. Indecisiveness. Okay. So indecisiveness was the original verbiage, and specifically related to being an artist and trying out different bands and them never seeming right, and then getting caught up in the mind. And then, of course, doubting and wondering, am I only looking at what's wrong with it and not what's right with it? Valid questions, but ultimately, get out of the mind. You're an artist. More than anyone, we artists, we know that the best movements come from the heart. Our music, our creations, our art, our writings, whatever it is we do as artists, we express ourselves. Our movements, at their best, they're movements. When they're not at their best, when they're more forcing up in the mind, then we get stuck. But our greatest creations came from movements, almost as if from another place, right? I call them downloads. So I would say focus on that. Focus on your music. Focus on what brings you joy for a while, and only that. And then you're more feel, because I'm assuming that a lot of these, there's certain things you want and certain things you're feeling creatively that aren't meshing with these other bands. So just really delve in that so that you just know this is the direction I'm going, this is the feel, this is what I like, this is what I imagine. And then from there, and play less in the mind. Don't worry about a decision. Just worry about the answers coming through your creations. And just do it on your own and whatever, whether that's writing or just playing around with the guitar or whatever it is you do. Just do that a lot and quiet the mind and just create and just run with the creative direction you're going. And then if you still feel moved after that, after you start to get more clarity and you're starting to really feel what it is, the direction you're going on all levels, where you can express it easily or understand it easily, then you'll be in better shape than if you still feel moved. You could try these bands, and then definitely try to think of them just as experiences, and just or you could try just play with them for a night instead of signing up with them. Say, can I just play with you for a night or whatever? You can do that. Lots of possibilities you could do. But first, get clear and get still and get deep in your creations. And then you come out and decide if you still want to try some bands or not. Maybe you want to create your own band. Maybe that's one of the possibilities. Maybe you need to fully create your music or an album or whatever it is you're doing, and then think of what kind of musicians or what kind of things would be perfect for that, and then you'll probably attract that, and you can even seek them out. But that's one way. Create your own band. Go single. That's another way. Forget the bands. Just do your own music. Or keep with the process, but just keep it out of the mind and more open-minded, and just try them out. A lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. But when we're get up in the mind, there are no decisions to make. If the problems the mind is created in the first place. So the best thing to do is just to get in the heart space, get into stillness, and then you'll make movements. And it's when we make the movements where the magic really happens. It's the movements that are the biggest, most profound changes and shifts that we make are movements, not actions per se. Actions are more of the mind, and the mind can spin in the details and all that. The mind's trying to figure out, what it wants to do, what it should do, but a lot of it's based on on the past, a lot of it's based on worry, a lot of it's based on things that don't serve us. And I can't really understand what the soul wants. This is not the soul. It's under the misconception that it's the identity. So when we go to stillness, whether that be in meditation or in nature or creating, whatever clears our mind, then when we come back, and we do that quite a bit, then we're in a more peaceful place. We come back from there, we're more pulled back, and the mind is more likely to cooperate and go along with the movement because it feels supported from the soul, as opposed to panicking that it's all in its lap. So the mind is a great tool and will assist, but it's not there to figure it all out. So stop trying to figure it out. Feel your way through it. Do what brings you closest to you and closest to your creative expression, and then from there make movements. That's what I would suggest. Try to make movements. And don't worry about it. It's just a process. You'll figure it out. It'll come. Don't put but I have to figure this out. No, you don't have to do anything. You just have to go along with whatever you're going along with. Just flow with it. If it's trying out different bands, then great. If that time has come and it's time to make another movement, then fine. But relax and try to make movements and not stir in the mind and worry about making actions. So I hope that helped. And I'm sure I speak for many when I say, please share with us your music as much as possible. I'd love to see your creations. Love and light.